favorite segment in 2K TV, Top Plays.
That's right, Top Plays. Your best plays are coming to NBA 2K21. And in fact, when you're playing the demo, make sure to submit your best plays over social media using hashtag 2KTVWow, and we can see your best stuff in Season 7.
Enjoy the demo, and we will see you then.
Always a ton of style coming through the tunnel in New York City. The Knicks confident and composed as they get set to take their home court. And the game arrivals sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. And a view of the skyscrapers of Midtown Manhattan from high above the East River here in New York City. Hi everyone, greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Taking a look at New York, they're looking extremely sharp right now, poised in the top spot and playing very well. And of course, there's the Nets. They have a lot of ground to make up.
And I think for the Knicks, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, Kevin Durant said his days of trying to prove himself through basketball are done. He said, walking around with a chip on my shoulder is not my thing. I'm more relaxed than letting these days flow. I'm the best version of me. I don't need to prove who I am. I've been in it for too long. Kevin, this is a guy who is finally comfortable with himself.
All right, thanks, D.A. Scouting reports, very detailed, Clark. Talk about the types of insights those scouting reports would reveal about your team and your opposition.
Typically player tendencies and team tendencies. How do they win? What areas are they really strong in? A team being excellent on the glass or tremendous in transition offense or very physical. I mean, just those types of nuggets that you would have for a team and then individual players so that you could try to position them to not be at their best by what you did to counteract them.
Good explanation. So the Nets starting five. Durant is out there with Frank Kaminsky. Then there's Allen. Then there's Livingston. That's Hamilton in at the 2. And for New York, they've got Turner. Also Barrett out there. Porter is out there with Bowl. And it's Ramsey in at the 4 slot. Now here's Livingston. Pass to Durant. Steps back and shoots. Jump shot is good that time.
And KD just keeps coming at you with that jumper. There isn't anything you can do except hope he goes cold.
And Turner with the slam.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it.
Now here is Hamilton. Now the pass to Livingston. Now here's Kaminsky. Got a hand on it, but he gets it back.
A load in the paint. Once Kaminsky is established, you pretty much have to foul.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
And I don't think there's any question about it, guys. He's got to bring that percentage up. I mean, those are the kind of free throw numbers that will get you in a coach's doghouse and get your teammates a little mad at you.
The free throw drops for Kaminsky.
At 7 feet tall with range, Frank the Tank is a great fit for the way the game is played today.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here's Turner, who's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. Inside. Cole kicks to Turner. at the arc. Hits it from three-point range. Turner's got 5 points so far.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Allen. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. 5 to shoot. Durant, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, you look at the way Kevin Durant releases it so high. Makes it hard to block, which is why he's such an efficient inside scorer.
Turner with it. He's covered by Livingston. On the wing, Porter. Beyond the arc. Bangs home the trifecta.
And you already see the great range, a calling card of Porter. Even back in high school, shot 47% as a senior.
Now here is Hamilton. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Livingston with it. Turner covering. Allen dishes to Hamilton. A 15-footer. He's now 2 for 3 with that miss.
Defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
Enzi passes to Porter. Can't cash in from close range.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. It's deflected.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Here's Livingston. Bull making his last shot. Livingston passes to Allen. And Bull pulls it down. The Knicks leading by 4.
And really, few guys in the league are more unique than Bobo. Has length for days, but needs to add a tremendous amount of strength to guard his natural position.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. Michael Porter making his last shot. Pass to Kaminsky. Passes it to Durant. He feeds it to Livingston to stop the run. The shot off that time. Good work defensively by Turner. And talking about Bull, his dad, Manute Bull, was known for his defense. That is not the case for his son.
Well, they're two completely different types of players. Bobo's game is about skill. He can handle, he can shoot. And for someone who's 7'2", he's a tremendous playmaker.
New York shooting their first free throws of this game. And the first one at the line is good. And good on the second, so it makes them both. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
9 times out of 10, let's not pretend. Look, everybody starts as a kid with a pure heart, and they turn to him. Mama, all they know is traumatized, freedom jeopardized. He just wanna win. It's a smile when he ain't trying to go in. 5 years later, all that is just a flashback. Digital flash. He used to run with it. He used to. Now we a good boy. Used to be flashback. Digital dash. Go on a run. They're trying to. Now we a good boy. Used to be flashback. Digital dash. He used to run with it. He used to.
And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. You look at Phoenix. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And I think for the Knicks, they've blown away the so-called experts' opinions. People who didn't realize how high their ceiling really was.
Now, here's Durant. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Dallas. Knicks on offense. They're on a 14-6 run. And it's Gets Turner off the drive, and that one is good.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
The Knicks shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
At the basket. Brooklyn foul call. Frank Kaminsky.
What's up?
First personal foul, 2 seconds. Turner. Shooting 1.
And that one falls for Turner. Nets trail by 9. And the foul called on Dimes. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
It's the Nets now. Pass to Hamilton. Outside, Katie. Chipped away. And stolen by Bull. And here we go. Fast break. Turner's got it.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
And the pass to Kaminsky. Back to Livingston. And the foul called on Dimes. That's foul number 2 for him.
Already his second foul. He's in danger.
And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the Nets. Trailing by 10. On the court right now. Second quarter starting for the Nets. Jordan is out there with Felder. Then it's Isaiah Thomas. And there's Jared Allen. And it's Livingston in at the 2-guard spot. Allen's shot is off. New York's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And the Nets with possession here. The Knicks making the shot. Livingston. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Dimes in their last game against the Thunder was phenomenal. He finished with 47 points, and his passing was just incredible. He piled up an impressive number of assists. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
Here's Turner. Jared Allen making his last shot. Pass to Aldridge. Back to Turner. Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Wagner. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Knicks lead by 15.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And Turner kicks to Dotson. And a miss there on the triple. Nets trail by 15. Livingston looking for the opening. To the inside. Outside Jordan. And Thomas has it in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. That one goes in.
You know, this guy can beat you off the dribble. He can beat you off the catch. IT's just a hard guy to defend.
Thomas against Turner. Over Thomas. Here's Aldridge. And Jordan sends it back. Thomas passes to Jordan. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet.
And, you know, there you see the instincts of IT. Sensing when his man is broken free and then getting the ball there on time.
Here's Turner. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. He is on Isaiah.
Appreciate all you guys being our game is
the second check out the scoring breakdown for New York.
Guys, they are dialed in
Reese
from beyond
was
right now.
good.
They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
That free throw good from Turner. And Clark, throughout your NBA career, you always wore number 33. How'd you end up picking that number?
Well, it goes back to my idolization of Lou Alcindor at the time, who is now known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was the first big, graceful guy I saw do a little bit of everything in his days at UCLA, and then I digested all kinds of books and stories about him and just really admired his work on and off the court. Because he wore 33, I chose 33.
And he's able to get it back. Nets trail by 10. Down low. It's blocked, and he gets it back. And a quick look now at the best free throw shooting teams. In third, the Knicks.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
He's off on the first.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Clark, you and I are amazed at how the global interest of the NBA has just gone through the roof. The league has made a lot of right moves, I think, in this area.
They sure have, Kevin. I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, the international reach through what coaches in this country have done in teaching the game and promoting the game, not just coaches but players as well. I think there's something about the game of basketball that just really transcends cultures. The pace of the game, the personality of the players, the creativity of the game, all of that lends itself to being so popular globally.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish.
Maybe that'll help them recapture their edge a little bit, guys.
Now here's Turner. He's got 17. And Jordan sends it back.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
And Turner throws it down.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Here's Jordan, the Knicks making the shot. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. He gets that one.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
The Knicks leading by 4. Left of the wing. Here's Wagner. That falls. Nice speed that time from Turner. Turner's got his 5th assist in this one. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for Brooklyn. To the middle. Here's Allen. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Allen's got 8 here in the quarter.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
And here's Livingston. A 14-point game for him in the win against Dallas. Thomas, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You got to be careful and selective in how you guard Thomas. Now, he's fast, he's aggressive, he's strong, he's smart about drawing fouls.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Frank Kaminsky comes in for DeAndre Jordan. And Kevin Durant has subbed in for Felder. And so New York calls timeout. Their first. They traveled to Brooklyn last time they faced the Nets, and they came away with a win.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
And you know what? If they run away with this game like they did in that one, I'd expect to see plenty of minutes again for the guys coming off the bench.
Both free throws good from Isaiah Thomas.
You know, the thing about Thomas you like and admire, he's an excellent leader. His winning practice, and he typically lays it on the line every time he's on the court.
Now, here's Cantor. He's still scoreless so far in this one, and that's going to be a travel. And here's a look at some numbers for Turner.
And when it comes to his scoring, he's enjoying a fantastic run. He's brought his points per game average up thanks to the work he's done in the past 10, and maybe he's got another big one in store tonight.
Here's Thomas. 14 points for him. Durant, wide open, he fires. Goes back up, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Enes Kanter.
And you know, when Allen gets this positioning, the defense is in trouble, which in turn forces them to commit the foul.
Hamilton's checked in for the Nets. Machado comes in for Thomas.
Well, I covered Jared Allen in college, and you look at the physical profile he's got. 7.5-foot wingspan, big hands, explosive, really good athlete. He's got all the tools and an upside without limits.
And now a moment to check out the leaders in the All-Star voting. Balloting underway.
And this is really a fun time of year. You're starting to see which players are going to be in the running to make the All-Star team.
And you look at Durant, the second most votes in the Eastern Conference have gone his way. And he'll be a starter for sure.
And that's a byproduct of not just his talent, but of the effort he's put in this season. Nobody works harder than this guy.
And keep tuning in for updated results. You can visit NBA.com for more.
I like seeing Durant slam that one down. I mean, he's just powering it home thanks to that incredible position.
And yes, it's good. He has 6. You were talking, Clark, about Allen's length and leaping ability. He's dangerous around the rim.
Boy, he sure is, guys. Still developing his skill game, but he's already more than serviceable at the offensive end of the floor. And we know he's a rim protector defensively. Good feet, gets up and down, has a nice touch and good hands. Boy, this guy is going to be some kind of player going forward.
But they get it back. Rocket 2. The Nets working the ball around now. And the 3-ball is good. Hamilton's got the lead up to 3 now for the Nets.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Well, the book, Greg, is the same for Enes Kanter as it's always been. Great score inside, but his defense leaves you wanting.
And Kevin, at this point, he is who he is. I mean, for better or worse. Kanter is still a force off the bench to give a team some post presence in their second unit, but not sure he'll ever be a player to build around. And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
And Turner kicks to Barrett. That ball. Nice speed that time from Turner. Barrett's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Brooklyn's gone 6 of 12 from outside, a very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Only shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Brooklyn?
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
Offensive rebound, Kaminsky. It's tipped. Now, here's Barrett. He's tightly guarded, and Barrett slams it in.
And at 7-2, Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Here's Machado. Turner covering. Machado the pass to Kaminsky. Goes up the baseline. It's deflected, but they recover it. Out of bounds, New York takes possession.
And here are the numbers for Turner. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so, averaging about 49 points, 18 assists, and almost 4.5 steals. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. When he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
And once he got up in the air, it just decided, you know what, I'm going to stay here for a while. I'm going to hit you with a little float. Float on. And then finally takes it down for the finish.
You mentioned the floaters on this. Absolutely. Good reference. Good reference. That's tipped. A minute 50 left to play here in the second quarter. Bull can't hit.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense. You know, after making 1-3 in the first quarter, he's had none here so far in the second.
Here's Turner. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Jared Allen. The Knicks have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And it's tied up with that one. And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
And he's been rock solid at the free throw line tonight. A little bit of an unexpected bonus for them.
Here's Machado. Turner covering. The shot by Kaminsky. Nobody around. Offline with his 3. Out to the right wing. And stolen by Hamilton. Here's Durant. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
Turner with the steal. And a fast break now for New York. And he lobs it up toward the rim, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. It's good from about 19 feet. Durant's got 6 in the quarter.
Man, he gets it done in bunches, does Durant. He's a superb scorer. You just got to marvel at his greatness.
Now here's Turner. He's got 23. That shot, no good. Excellent D there from Allen. We've got 33 seconds left now here in the second. Machado the pass to Allen. Kick out to Hamilton. And he's good on the 3 ball. Now it's a 4-point Nets lead.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the 3-point line.
Passes to Porter. And the layup is good. Porter's got 7.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
So that'll be it for the first half. The fairly even battle underway in this one. Nets out in front, up 2. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot, Katie. It looks like you guys were able to build as the half went along. What happened out there?
Well, we stayed with our defense, and I think we were a little lazy in that first quarter. We just came out and made them shoot tough shots, rebound the basketball, and get some easy points.
Certainly showed in the second quarter. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Dimes has been sensational.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, you know, in that first half, it was a common occurrence. He got to the strike time and time again.
Barrett is out there with Turner. Then it's Porter. Then there's Bull. And it's Ramsey in at the power forward. And that's the group for David Fizdale as we begin the second half. Now here's Livingston. KD, that's for two. And Bull pulls it down. Right side Turner. Now here's Bull. He's guarded by Kaminsky. Here's Ramsey, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Do you think on average, rookies are having a greater impact on their teams now than in decades past?
I really don't think so, Kevin. You can go back and look at the numbers historically. Every draft class usually has 6 to 10 rookies that have a significant impact on their respective teams. And of those 10, perhaps 10 or 12, maybe only a few are going to be on playoff teams just because of the nature of the draft. I don't really think that's changed tremendously over the decades.
And Durant has just such a fluid release, very efficient shooting the ball from that mid-range.
That's to Ramsey. New York moving the ball around. Bull. And it's sent back by Allen. Now here's Livingston. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Allen, right side. Knicks with the rebound. And it's Turner off the drive. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Here's a look at what's coming up for New York. On Saturday, they'll be facing off against DeMarcus Cousins and the San Antonio Spurs. Then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Detroit Pistons. The first free throw is good. Both free throws good from Turner. Brooklyn trailing. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. The pass to Kaminsky. He kicks to Durant. Pulls it from the elbow. And Bull pulls it down. Bull's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Turner, and it's Turner finishing it off.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room. And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Here is Durant after the made shot from Turner. And KD throws it down.
Yeah, the easy hoop assisted by Allen that time. He's developed a nice passing game.
Turner looking around for 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. Allen's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Hamilton the pass to Kaminsky. And finished off by Kaminsky.
And, you know, the thing about Kaminsky is he is a skilled shooter, but also a factor near the rim, too.
Turner up top. He's covered by Livingston. Durant up top. He's got 19. Third quarter of basketball here in just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Here's Kaminsky for the tie. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Now that we have a moment, let's see who have been the top assist teams in the league this season. Number 1, the Knicks.
The beauty of watching this team is seeing the ball move around the court. It doesn't stick. That's why they're at the top of that list.
Free throw, good. Allen.
A stalwart defender who knows his strengths on offense. I mean, Allen is a fantastic two-way threat, and he wants to get better. This is a guy whose future is bright.
And a one-year player at Texas, Jared Allen came into the league as a bit of a project. He's got ample playing time to develop in Brooklyn.
Now here's Turner. He's got 29 points. And Greg, safe to say, Allen's defense is ahead of his offense.
Yeah, but his mobility and leaping ability serve him well as a finisher, providing that vertical spacing teams like to have inside.
And he makes the first.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Ryan Kaminsky, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And the basket by Thomas.
Yeah, the offensive skills Thomas has are really outstanding, unreal. So many tricks he has in his bag.
Turner passes to Cannon. Over Thomas. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Stolen by Thomas. And now Knox running the floor all by himself.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where one or two possessions can impact the outcome.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for New York.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
You know, adding on to that, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
Nets trail by 6. Now Livingston. Pops it up for Jordan. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. That's good for Thomas on the assist by Turner. And the Knicks lead by 8.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Livingston kicks to Kaminsky. To the paint. Will it go? The shot misses. The Knicks go the other way with it. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And Turner throws it down.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, that they may not have an answer for him.
Timeout called, the Nets. A lot of smart guys playing in the NBA right now, Clark. Any that you spot that could be a great future head coach in this game?
There are so many of them, Kevin, when you spend time around guys and watch how they carry themselves on the court. Usually you look at point guards because they're quarterbacks and coaches on the floor in many cases. CP3, I don't know if he has a desire to coach, but he certainly talks and feels the game as a coach. And Mike Conley, I think he too has the type of cerebral approach to the game that can lend itself to coaching.
It's an excellent starting list. He's checking for the Knicks. And look now at a few years worth of data. Some of the assist numbers under the microscope for Turner.
The drop in his assists over the past few years have made him more of a one-dimensional player offensively. He needs to get that passing element back in his game, and that'll make life a lot more difficult for opposing defenses.
Now here's Thomas. 16 points for him. Nets passing it around. Livingston with it. Thomas is on him. Livingston, no luck.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Here's Turner. He's got 34. Shot from 6. And Clark, ordinarily quiet by nature, LaMarcus Aldridge has become a more outspoken leader in recent years.
Yeah, and that's a good sign. Sometimes you have to get out of your comfort zone for the good of the team. Aldridge is, by nature, a laid-back, quiet guy, and sometimes that can work against the team. But in his case, he realized that he needed to be more vocal and stepped into doing that.
Livingston finds Jordan. Knocks it loose, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas.
And with a pause here, how about the stats for Felder? He's getting around 8 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
Shot clock at 5. From deep three-point range.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard guys, they really could have used his contributions.
And it's Turner finishing it off.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being... taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Machado is shoved in for Brooklyn.
And let's see the stat sheet here on DeAndre Jordan. Over the last month, getting it done. 10th in rebounding, and he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. Here's Machado. Outside Thomas. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
Now, here's Cantor. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Back to Turner. New York needs to get off a shot. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Johnson's checked in for Thomas.
Next ball. Substitution.
Nets trail by 12. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. And Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you. And the Nets with possession here. The Knicks making the shot. Machado the pass to Thomas. From deep. But they get it back.
Yeah, just nice hustle there. That work gets them the extra possession.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him. And here are the Knicks. They're on a 17-7 run. Outside Turner. Dishes to Aldridge. Back to Turner. And it's Turner finishing it off.
Aldridge keeps his head up and his options open. He's a team-oriented guy with a good basketball IQ. Excellent pass.
Here's Machado. Turner covering. Machado the pass to Thomas. And stolen by Aldridge. New York moving the ball around.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more. Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
Outside Turner. Here's Knox. Offensive rebound. Cancer. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Isaiah Thomas. That's good from Kansas. So both teams making some changes here.
2 shots.
And he can't hit the second. And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for Brooklyn. It's a 14-point game. Here's Machado. Turner covering. Lays it up and banks it in. Turner's got 42 in the game.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Now here's Durant. 19 points in the game. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic is slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination. It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Lets it go with a 3. But on that shot, with that, the Knick lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Hamilton. Turner dishes to Cantor. Turner passes to Cantor. And he gets it to go.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
No good from Durant.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Barrett. Rebounded by the Nets. Durant's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Not being as aggressive from the 3-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
So for the Knicks, Cole comes in for Enes Kanter. And it's Michael Porter in for Damian Dotson. And a change for the Nets. Jared Allen's checked in for Kaminsky. Free throw off from Durant.
And the versatility of Durant, off the charts. Shoots, rebounds, defends. He's the total package.
Now here's Turner, and he has 42.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Barrett brings the double team. It'll go, and the Knick lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Hamilton.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Outside Turner. Gets it off, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's New York holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Back to the action after this word. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Nets. Jordan is out there with Jared Allen. Then there's Scott Machado. That's Durant. That's Hamilton in at the 2-guard.
And Durant just great at picking apart the defense. When they leave one of his guys open, he is quick to get the ball to them.
Now here's Turner. He dishes it to Bull.
Wow, he got whacked on that. There shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
The Nets making a switch here. Livingston's checked in.
Two shots.
And the first one drops.
And like his father, Manute, Bull's combination of size and scoring is very unique. The key for him is just staying healthy. And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Off the inbound. Outside Turner puts it up from 17, and that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Hamilton the pass to Jordan. The rebound by Turner. The Knicks leading by 10. Kicks it to Barrett. Pulls up. Count the basket.
They look to Barrett in these spots because they trust the young man's ability to finish in the open court.
Pass to KD. Misses the layup.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
They grab their own miss. Bull can't hit. Nets trail by 12. Hamilton the pass to Livingston. Lobs it up for Jordan.
Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
The Knicks have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Outside Turner. Rebounded by the Nets. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way. Off target from three-point range. And it's Turner off the drive. Great D that time from Jordan. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. From 10 feet out, That one's in there. The New York lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Kevin Durant. Outside Turner. In the corner, Barrett with it. Here's Ramsey. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Kaminsky's checked in. Again, Durant missing.
After hitting 1-3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Livingston passes to Kaminsky. That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Jordan.
Jordan very efficient in the paint because of his length. Close to the bucket, he's hard to deal with.
Outside Turner. Passes it to Barrett. Over Hamilton. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away. And that's now 9 points for R.J. Barrett. Livingston passes to Durant. Again, the Nets for 2.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Turner against Jordan. Here's Bull. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And the Knicks lead by 11.
Tell you what, guys, this has clearly been his half. I mean, he's getting to a spot, shooting the ball with confidence. Excellent turnaround for him.
It's stolen by Barrett. Ball's knocked loose. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
Yeah, the first half was 1 to deep 6. But forget. But in the second half, he's looked a lot better.
And so it's Livingston bringing it up now for the Nets. Hamilton outside. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
Nets trail by 13. Livingston passes to KD. It's stolen by Barrett.
Watch out. Come on now. Throw it down.
Hammers the alley-oop through.
Whoa, the solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard.
Tell you what, the coach's heart was in his throat and he was in shock and awe. But now, he's got a big smile on his face.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter. And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run.
And as the receiver, he doesn't feel the need to go for the monster finish that time. I mean, laying it up for the 2 points worked out just fine.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Livingston with it. Outside, KD. Shot to stop the run, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one is on Bull.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's hard to avoid fouling Durant, but the problem is he hits nearly 90% of his free throws for his career.
And both free throws good for Durant. Greg, you get so caught up in how great Durant is at scoring, that you forget sometimes about his other terrific offensive skills.
You know, Katie doesn't really get a lot of recognition for his passing, but he has fantastic vision. I mean, arguably, he might be the most underrated superstar ever. Sees so many double teams and does a great job of getting the ball out to open teammates.
And New York making a change here. Knox is checked in. Nets trail by 18. And here's Livingston. There's the dish to Durant. Unloads from 13. No good. Shot missing. Knicks have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. Another possession, another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Jordan up top. Mark, we've had sponsors on the uniforms for a couple of seasons now. Do you think everyone's grown used to seeing them?
Yeah, I think it's a normal part of the landscape, and it will take a little more time. I've noticed them myself as I've watched games. We're certainly a far cry from looking like NASCAR drivers, which I think is a good thing. You want them to be done visibly, but not overdone.
Now here's Durant after the miss from Turner. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
Nets trail by 15. Lobs it up for Jordan, and the dunk by Jordan. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 13 rebounds.
Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
Too long in the paint, he's hit with a 3-second violation.
3 seconds. Technical foul.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Now here's Turner. He's covered closely. Pocket 6. And he slams it right down on top of Frank Kaminsky.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
And that could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
And Hamilton gets it to go on the assist by Livingston. Livingston's got 6 assists now in the game. Turner inside. He's covered by Livingston. And the dunk by Bull.
And guys, this is kind of Bull's role. He's out there to score, and he does it in a variety of ways.
111. Hamilton the pass to Durant. No good on that one. Now the Knicks take it the other way. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Oh my goodness! What a play!
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Livingston with it. Picked up by Turner. Now here's Durant. He's guarded closely. Hamilton right side. Pass to Livingston. Shoots over Turner. Knicks with the rebound. Dominant performance nearing 50 points.
Just one of those career nights.
Here's Ramsey. That falls. Nice speed that time from Turner. And the Knicks lead by 20.
Just giving up way too many transition opportunities.
You know, it's okay to give up a few if you're getting them back on the other end, but that hasn't been the case here.
Here's Durant. The teardrop falls in. Durant's got 16 here in the second half.
Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
Hit his leg. And the ref saying he kicked ball. Nets on defense. They trail by 18. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. He misses the free throw.
Taking 2 shots.
And he sinks the second. Timeout called the Nets. Dimes with a strong contribution so far in this one.
I mean, he continues to burn them with his scoring. The coaching staff's going to have to come up with a different approach defensively.
Of our Jordan player of the game, Dimes.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Nets trail by 19. Livingston passes to Hamilton. Livingston with it. He's against Turner. Durant down low. And he finishes nicely on the layup. KD's got 10 points in the quarter.
Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, you know, he can't do it by himself.
Outside Turner. Down low. Here's Bull. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
And the size Bull has poses problems for any defense, especially when he's trying his best to be aggressive scoring.
Nets trail by 19. Now here's Livingston. Poke loose. Turner with the steal. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And what you like about Barrett is his all-around game, a versatile guard / forward who wants to keep improving.
Shooting for New York, R.J. Barrett. Taking 2 shots.
He hits the second from the line. Clark, here's kind of an interesting perspective question for you. How much of making it to the NBA is talent? How much of it is the work you put into it?
Kevin, if I were to give this a ratio, I would probably say 65% talent, 35% work ethic,
Wow.
because you have to have a level of unique giftedness to be an NBA player. Many can work really hard and not be NBA caliber. So I think there's, I tilt that 65-35 talent to work ethic.
Hamilton outside. The pass to Jordan. Outside Durant. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge huge margin of victory for New York.
Well, the one thing that jumps out in this game is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
Absolutely. A big plus. And oftentimes your performance at the line can be the difference in a game. And I think tonight we saw that.
And when it's all said and done here, this will mark their 38th W on the year.
And this will be their third win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
They really do. I mean, there's one more game to play in this season series, and barring any major changes to their team, I have to believe the sweep will be in order.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Dimes.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
Kaminsky kicks to Jordan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Livingston. No good on the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And Turner with the slam.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
As to Kaminsky, pulls it up. No good on the shot. And it's Turner off the drive, and Turner throws it down.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. They poured it on tonight, dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps. Was flawless.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Ullman, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.
Hey, Shaq here. Another game, another double-double. If you had to choose, which is the greater value to this team, your passing or your scoring?
Definitely the passing, man. And that, when guys feel more involved in the offense, that bleeds over to other areas of the game as well. Suddenly, guys defend harder, run the floor faster, pound the glass. For me, it's about spreading the ball around so everyone gets a taste and feel parts of what we got going on here.
That's right, baby. Everybody eats. Barbecue chicken alert.
Thank you.